I would move out there if I were single. You know, if I would definitely move out. Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the Underdog Strategy Show right here on the Stokastic YouTubes. Yeah, if you're just popping in, somehow stumbling upon this show, you know how it goes. We're going to go very simple. We're going to make a lineup, pick 'em lineup. We're going to go 4. If there's 5 good ones out there, we'll go for it. Maybe we'll try and 20x. Aside from that, we'll shoot for the 10x. We're also going to do a little bit of a draft here. Do we have Wobness Day today? Do we have it? We got it. We got Wobness Day today.
We've got
nice prizes up top. So we'll do a little snake draft action for a 4-game slate. And if you haven't joined Underdog yet, 100% deposit bonus, match deposit bonus up to $100, which means if you deposit 100, your account's going to show 200. You deposit 50, it's going to show 100. You even throw in $10. That's all you want to throw in. You're going to have 20. Simple as that. Link in the description, link in the chat. If you want to do this along with us, get some lineups in, do some awesome drafts. No better time than now. I'm Dave Loughran at Lafayette_D, by the way. And I say no better time than now, joined by Neil Orfield at PlayerQDFS, big best ball guy himself. Did you see the prize pool for Best Ball Mania for this upcoming season?
Yeah, $15 million, $3 million to first. That is just, I'm excited. I mean, it's tough because there's going to be like 600, 700,000. So it's like, yeah, it's pretty low odds that I win the whole thing. But like, man, that's a juicy prize pool right there.
It is. I also like the fact, so it's 3 million up top, right? Which means the remaining prize pool has 12 million.
Right, exactly. I mean, second place is 1 million. Third place, I think, is 300,000. So like the prize pool really does trickle down pretty damn far. So yeah, I'm excited. I love
Wouldn't
best
you
ball.
prefer that? Wouldn't you prefer that over 10 million up top or something insanely top heavy?
Yeah, it's frustrating when you do really well and then you still don't make any money here. There's like, you have plenty, like if you finish in the top 100, you're still making like thousands of dollars. So yeah, it's definitely a very nice prize pool here. And I think in general, what I've seen from Twitter, people for the most part agree that it's just like, it's relatively flat. Like it's not entirely flat. You still got to have the juicy top prize, but still a fairly flat prize structure, which I really like.
For sure. Me too. I absolutely cannot wait to start doing some best ball NFL drafts on the streams, on the shows. It's going to be a good time. But until then, we still got a lot of basketball going on here, and Underdog's got some good contests today. Wobness Day. You got $5 entry, $60,000 in prizes. Not bad at all. What is it up top? It's got to be like,
I haven't looked at it. So I just got off the MLB strategy show. So I am doing our rankings for us because I'm noticing we have some discrepancies between ADP and our rankings, which is pretty exciting. Ooh, okay. These are my favorite days to draft. So I was starting, I was like, I'll just do a few. And I was like, man, there are some discrepancies here. So I am quickly going through ranking everything. I assume it's like 6,000 up top. Is that right?
Yep, Jordan? 6,000 up top, 3,000 the second. So nice little prize pool there. Maybe we can ship one of these one time.
Today is our day. I think it's a 4-game slate, right? This is the final 4-game slate of the season. So pretty fun. Today is our day, Laffy. We're going to do it.
I'm with you, man. Yeah, only 1 game tomorrow too. So this is our shot.
This is our shot.
And we're going to throw a pick 'em lineup in there. What do you say we dive straight into this one?
Yeah, if you could go first so that I can, I'm just going to save what I have right now. We've got the top 34.
I got no problem doing that, Neil.
Yeah,
anything for you, man.
Appreciate
all right,
you.
So we'll go pick them. We'll shoot for 4 picks. We'll shoot for 5, but if there's only 4 that we really like, that's where we're going to end up. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. All that stuff helps us a ton. It doesn't go unnoticed, and we appreciate you guys for that a lot. Also, last thing. We have the Bet Pro tool, the Pick 'em Pro tool that has underdog projections built into it. You just sort by expected win rate. You can come up with some of the best bets that you're going to find on the entire slate. So I think it's about time that we make this happen. Jordan, what is Draymond Green's rebounds? Can you pull that up for me? 6.5. And can you pull up Keegan Murray's 3-pointers if they even have it? Do we not have it? Okay. Because I had the under on Keegan Murray 3s. I want to go over on Draymond Green, though, on Draymond Green rebounds today. He's averaging 15.3 rebound chances per game in this series. Came off the bench following that 1-game suspension for the little chest stomp on Domantas Sabonis. Played 31 minutes still, started the second half. So started in the second half. I think realistically, this is a game where you could see upwards of 35 minutes from Green. I think you're at least getting 33 barring foul trouble or, another ejection. I do like over 6.5 here. Just seeing what we've got to work with too. Rebound chances, like I said, way up there. The minutes I think are going to improve today. A lot of things across the board that lay out nicely for Draymond Green. I'm going to lock in over 6.5 rebounds on Dre today.
Yeah, I really like that call. I like that you didn't go right to the top of the board too. You looked at the stats a little bit more. You left the top of the board for me to choose my favorite pick. So
yeah, take your
I
pick,
love that.
man.
Yeah, let's go with the Draymond. I'm taking a look at the top one on the board, which is Trey Lyles. The line is just at 4 rebounds, just a little bit high there on Trey Lyles. He's low teens minutes so far in this series. We've got Trey Lyles tonight projected for 10 minutes. Not expecting high usage or high minutes for Trey Lyles tonight. So if he's going to be in there for 10, even a few more minutes, he's probably not going to hit that line of 4 rebounds. That's just an aggressive line for a guy like Trey Lyles, averaging just 4 rebounds per game and 17 minutes per game during the regular season. He hasn't hit that in the playoffs. So with the line being set at 4, we got him projected for just 2.5 rebounds tonight. Not a great spot, not a great place to play against a generally smaller Golden State team. So I like taking the under on 4 rebounds for Trey Lyles.
Let's do it. That is what our top bet on the Bet Pro Tool.
Yep.
I think I'm going to go Caleb Martin here, under 9.5 points. Couple things I like about this. And yes, I understand that in this series, he has been scoring a decent amount of points, but let's actually break this down a little bit. Okay. 4 for 5, 4 for 8, 5 for 8, 5 for 7, 2 for 4. He shot 50+% in every game. He's shooting like 65% in this series. And I also think, like last game, Caleb Martin closed it out. Look at the rotation in this last game. It is the weirdest thing in the world when you look at the closing rotation. So they closed over the final 8 minutes and 10 seconds with Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. And then Kyle Lowry played 15 and a half straight minutes. Caleb Martin played 15 and a half straight minutes. And Duncan Robinson played 15 and a half straight minutes. Caleb Martin in the first half he played 9 minutes in the first half. Now, is it possible that he comes in and he, just plays more in the second half? Sure. Is it possible he closes this game again? Yes, absolutely. But we have this as a top bet on the Bet Pro Tool right now at 55% expected win, under 9.5 points. We haven't projected at 9. The rotations are odd. I also think it's entirely possible that the Bucks come in and just mop up today. I mean, just clean up today.
Wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah, if that's the case, bench players like Martin actually suffer more than other players would, because he's not just going to get straight cleanup duty. He is a key part of this rotation, but he comes off the bench. You could see him possibly lose considerable minutes in the fourth quarter as well. So give me Caleb Martin under 9.5 points today on Underdog.
So I'm one that I'm struggling with, and I took this on Monday on a different site. I went 5 out of 6 in prop bets, and I lost. The one that I picked that I got wrong was Jimmy Butler under 28.5 points. He of course put up 42 in that game. I'm tempted to go right back to it though. We've got the line has moved up to 29.5 points for Jimmy Butler. So the line has moved up. He of course did play huge minutes in that last game, played 41 minutes in the last game against the Bucks. But prior to that, a couple games with 28 minutes, those of course being larger spread. So that might have affected, it did affect his minutes, at least to some extent, getting 28 minutes in those games. But we have him up at 39 minutes. So we're not projecting him for 28 minutes clearly in this game. We've got Jimmy Butler in for 39 minutes, and we still like the under on 29.5 points. He's not usually going to shoot as well as he did in the last game. We got him projected for just around 26 points in this game, with a line being at 29.5. I really like that under, and I do think that there is, there's clearly some blowout risk here back in Milwaukee in a must-win game. So I like taking the under on 29.5 points for Jimmy Butler, and if he ends up getting a 50 burger, not going to shock me, but I do think it's more likely that he's under 29.5. All
right, so multiple Bulls unders right now, huh?
Heat, multiple Heat.
Heat. Sorry, yeah. Bulls. Multiple Heat. Butler was on the Bulls.
He was at one point.
Multiple Heat unders. Okay, So what do we have right now, Jordan? We got Butler under, we got Martin under, we got Lyles under, and what's the last one? Draymond Green over six
Yep,
and a
yep.
half. Let's see if we could go for a 20 extra here today.
All right,
Let's
give
do
it a
it.
shot. Give it a shot.
I'm going to go straight to the tool. Alex Len under 3.5 points, 57% expected win. You're going to look at the game logs, and say, wow, that's sketchy. He's had 6, 4, and 4 and 2, but the guy's played 8 minutes, 11 minutes. Crucial, just absolutely pivotal game here in Sacramento, looking to go up 3-2. You cannot give this game to the Golden State Warriors. Going back to Golden State, you can't do it. If you're the Kings, you can't do it. So just looking at these minutes on Len and Domantas Sabonis, I think you could see Domantas Sabonis play the most minutes that he's played all series in this one, in a pivotal game 5, where I think the winner of this game wins the series. I do. You go up 3-2. Of course, Golden State could, you could definitely take this back to Sacramento in game 7, because Golden State could win game 6. But in my opinion, if the Warriors win today and come back to Golden State in game 6, they might go 4 straight and knock off the Kings here. So Alex Len under 3.5 points. It's a low line. It's definitely scary here, but I think you could see 6 minutes, 7 minutes potentially for Alex Len today. And if that's the case, I'm willing to take my chances.
Yeah, I like that call. Our top 2 bets on the board are backup bigs on Sacramento. Trey Lyles and Alex Len being our taking unders on those backup bigs for Sacramento. And I really like those calls, because I agree with you that it's possible if these guys just really don't play many minutes at all, Trey Lyles and Alex Len, in a game that Sacramento really needs to win, they're probably going to play their stars a little bit more. So kind of correlated a little bit too. Trey Lyles and Alex Len taking the unders there. So I like that.
All right. That's 5.
That's 5. Let's run it.
All right. Time to do a draft here. You feeling good about this one?
I like it. Yeah. Let's win it.
I just want to look at the top, Jordan. So let's go to, and we had Lyles under rebounds, right? Len under points, Butler under points, Martin under points, Draymond Green over rebounds. So those are your 5.
Yep.
Do with them as you please. Ryan said Randall under points is the best way to fade him. He's always an inefficient scorer. Yeah, dude, he's shooting 32% in this series. He's had a tough time with that front court defense from Cleveland. 26% from 3. It's been a rough go. And it's not even like Tibbs is giving him 40 minutes per game that you would expect from a coach like Tom Thibodeau.
I've been impressed with Tibbs not playing in 40 minutes games. Seeing that there's a problem here and removing him was a pretty impressive move for a guy like Tibbs, who doesn't usually make moves like that.
Yep. Jordan, enter that. But yeah, ultimately when you're looking at it, you're going, at least I am. There's a part of me that goes, he might still not be healthy. Like coming off an ankle injury.
True.
Couple weeks prior to the season. If this were the regular season, would you be shocked if he still wasn't playing? Like if they were still getting him back to full strength? Wouldn't surprise me at all. He was a game time decision for game 1. So I wouldn't be shocked if he's not,
that's a good point. And really the reason what was probably going on here is that he's got like a broken leg, and Tibbs is still forcing him to play 30 minutes per game. Could be more likely than Tibbs resting his starters.
How about Kawhi though? The torn meniscus.
We got that 101. All right. So it's pretty clearly on. Yeah, that's such a bummer for Kawhi. Man, Kawhi is like, I kind of thought he was on the track to be like somebody that we talk about as an all-time great, because he's won championships with multiple teams. He clearly can bring any team to the championship. So I really think Kawhi is like probably underrated at this point, because he has been hurt. And obviously that that has to factor into your legacy to some extent. But like Kawhi is so good when he's playing.
He's the man.
Yeah.
When he's healthy. Yeah.
When he's healthy. Yep. So we've got an easy choice here, in my opinion, at 101.
This is, dude, I really think, and yes, we're taking Giannis. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I really think that's a massive advantage getting the 101 today.
Oh yeah. I love it. Yeah. Giannis, the top projected player on the slate by just under 5 fantasy points. Don't mind that.
I'm really surprised that Anthony Davis is projected 2nd.
I kind of am too.
Like he's just been all over the map You're drafting a guy second in something like this. And granted, I understand there's some other, there's not a Luka or a Giannis or an Embiid on this slate, but it is a little bit surprising to me. I don't know. I think honestly, I would be, I guess it makes sense. Maybe I'm off base, but I mean, LeBron's just been so good too and more consistent.
So I agree with you, but then I look at the other players and I'm like, there's nobody that I'm like, I think should definitely be like, I would have projected him clearly higher. Like, it's like, yeah, LeBron's pretty close. Steph is pretty close. Jimmy, but like so it's like, it surprised me a little bit until I actually look at the players. I'm like, yeah, I guess it doesn't really surprise me because there's nobody here that I would have been like, oh, I would have projected him higher.
How much separation in the projections do we have between Morant, LeBron, Davis, and
it's
Butler?
pretty close. So we have the big gap from the 101 to the 102 is like 4.5 fantasy points, but then it's like Davis is 51.5, Morant is 50.3, Butler 49, LeBron 48, Steph Curry 47.5. So like it's a lot closer after the 101.
That makes sense. So we're 4 picks away. We're gonna have some good options here. Jordan, scroll down just so I can see who we have on the board. Thank you. All right. Hey, Brunson, Jaren Jackson, Mobley. So, yeah, we're definitely not going to get like Fox going there. Could be great. It depends on if his hand is if that finger really bothers him with the broken index finger.
Right. Yeah, I was shocked to hear that he's playing with a fractured finger.
Yeah. All right, there goes Mitchell. I would have loved to have got Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
In a must-win game here.
Triple J been playing pretty big minutes. He just got to stay out of foul trouble, and if he plays the minutes, he's clearly going to look pretty good. In Memphis, of course, has the home court scoring.
Yeah, they sure do, dude.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind getting Triple J here. There he goes. So this is interesting. So Mobley, I like it because I don't think a lot of people will have this combo because like part of me is like we should try to wait on it because he has an ADP of 20.4. So I'm like, it's possible we get to him on the other side, but it seems pretty likely, right? Unlikely, right?
I have no problem going to Mobley here, actually.
Yeah, we're overdrafting him relative to where he goes, but yeah, we'll do it. We're doing it.
Who do you want after him? Do you want to go Bane? Do you want to go Drew Holiday? Who's below them? Randall?
Do you think Ja's finger factors in at all to like how much he's shooting relative? Like, is he more likely to distribute because of the fractured finger, or is it not going to affect anything?
I don't think so. No,
I don't really think so either. I was thinking like that could be some.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just a bonus for Bane if he does. We do need to make the pick. What do you think? Who do you like here? Bane, Drew, or I think it's between those three.
I'm cool going with Drew in this spot.
Let's do it.
John Morant shot 13 for 26, 6 for 10 from 3 with 45 points in game 2, right? That was, or sorry, game 3, because he missed game 2. So he came back after game 2 and just lit it up in the second half. So he attempted 24 shots last game too. His usage the last couple of games has been massive.
Yeah, that's true. It hasn't affected him so far. Yeah, as Vic David Figueroa says, John's been looking at his hand on every play. Yeah, he's definitely been bothering him, and he's been shooting lights out anyway. So
yeah, it definitely bothered him. Hasn't kept him from shooting though.
Yeah. Vic David Figueroa says Kawhi's sister also got sentenced to life in prison recently. I did not see that. That's crazy.
Yeah, she killed a lady.
Oh wow.
Back in 2019, I think.
And I'm pretty sure it was over something
really, really stupid too.
Usually is when you kill someone. Not always, but oftentimes.
I mean, there's some crimes of passion that I could get behind.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something like a parent. Sometimes parents have some reasons.
What, to kill their kids?
Do you see we're getting a look from Jordan Klein?
Yeah, of course.
I wasn't thinking the kids. I was thinking like revenge on
like
criminals.
Oh my, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. I know you don't want to, divulge too much.
We're not going to get into it. Yeah. But
I actually think, I don't think you should do jail time for that. I think vigilante justice should be okay in that situation. There was a lady in the early 80s in Germany, while we wait here, whose daughter was murdered, and just vile things took place. They caught the guy. He was in court and sentencing. She walked into the courtroom and shot him and killed him on the spot. And the everyone in Germany rallied behind her, rallied
Right.
around her, as they should have. And I think she only served like 3 years or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, good for her, man.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
serious.
there are situations where it's like, yeah, it feels a little bit justified in this particular scenario.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's absolute justice. Uh, Vic Davis said they robbed an old lady. Yeah, I mean, unbelievable.
In the bathroom of a casino, Carlos says.
Unbelievable. But that lady in Germany, I can't remember her name exactly. It was in the 80s. That you're right, now Ryan Nelson. She's a hero. She's a damn hero.
Man, what do you think of?
Eradicate him.
All right, I think we go one of Draymond or Kevon Looney. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm fine with either. Honestly, like Looney's going to play 30 to 32 minutes. Dre's probably going to play 32 to 35, anywhere in that range. I'd probably still go with Draymond Green
All right,
here,
let's go Draymond.
but
And then
I also have no
I mean, we
issues
could
with
go
Looney.
both, but I'd also be fine like moving on to
I don't
Xavier
have a
Tillman.
huge issue going with both if you wanted to. I mean, I think
All
when
right.
you're
They're
when
our
you're
top two
looking at,
projected here.
yeah, like let's see who we have. We have Looney, Tillman. You could go Tillman over Looney. They're pretty similar in that respect. I'll leave the call to you. I'm perfectly fine with either Tillman or Looney.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're competing over rebounds regardless of who we take with Draymond, but I slightly lean toward Tillman for me. Let's go to the other
Tillman.
team here, because he's at least like not competing with Draymond for minutes at all. Like there's there are ways where Draymond can be competing with Looney for minutes. Tillman's at least not doing that.
Are we, what do we have? One pick left?
Yep.
All right. Jordan, can you scroll down a little bit here since we're 10 picks away? I want to see what could be on the horizon for us. Monk has that upside. If Quentin Grimes is out, Josh Hart played 40 minutes last game. That's interesting. If Grimes ends up sitting.
Yeah, what's Grimes' status? How are they
He's
talking
still
about him?
questionable. Unless it's changed and I missed it.
No, I think you're right. I just want to see what they're actually saying. Was initially listed as questionable for game 4 before being ruled out.
Why didn't Kawhi's sister just ask him for some money?
That is a very good question.
I wonder if she was just, an awful person. Maybe he cut her off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I got no idea. Didn't even know that it happened.
Because he's got a couple bucks.
He does. He's got a little bit of money.
Vic said Karis LeVert. Yeah, where's LeVert at? That's nice. He's playing 38 to 40 minutes every day.
Yeah.
I just didn't think. I don't think I don't think there's a shot that we're going to get Karis LeVert.
Yeah, with ADP of 30.9, it seems unlikely.
Sir Manning. Yeah, that was my thought as well. That was my first thought as well.
Yeah.
The whole situation is sad. It
really is.
Always is. It's a sick world, Neil.
Have you seen this new Florida Man show? Seen that advertised? I forget what channel it's on. Some channel that I'm on. Speaking of, when I think of addiction, it's the first state I think of.
Oh man, Florida. Yeah, Florida Man. If you want to do something funny, all of you guys, while we wait for our last and final pick, I'm liking this draft. Liking this draft so far. But go into Google and just tweet or just type Florida Man and your birthday. And you will get something. Everyone will get. There's been so many Florida Man instances that everyone, no matter what day you were born, will get something. Mine,
oh, for sure.
Florida Man faces charges for eating pancakes in the middle of the road.
Are you typing in your birth date, like with the
no,
year?
No, just okay. Just the day, not the
okay.
year. Too.
I'm like, all right. I mean, that's probably true of like most states, right? If you type in Minnesota Man on your birthday, you're probably getting. It's probably not going to be as crazy as Florida Man.
No, you're missing. But see, that's what you're missing the point.
Okay,
they're all insane.
Okay, yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's like any other state. You're not going to get 365 days, multiple ones of just pure insanity. Like charged with eating pancakes in the street, or fighting
I say herder here,
a spotted leopard in the middle of the highway. You want to go herder here?
I'm good with herder. I just want to say something because we've got 4 seconds left.
All right, yeah, herder's fine.
we were just running out of time. I was like, we got to tell Jordan something here.
It's a fast-paced game. I have no problem going with Kevin Huerter here. He's getting decent minutes.
Yeah.
He can get hot from three. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. It would have been like part of me wants to would have liked to have not had the 101. I guess I don't know. It's tough because I feel like there are spots like we have Evan Mobley ranked so much better than his ADP, but it's like with the 101 you can't really take advantage of that at all. So there's a part of me that's like, but also I think Jokic is such a big leg up on the field, or not Jokic, Giannis such a big leg up on the field that it's still probably the best spot.
Yeah, I guess it's like if Giannis goes for an 85 spot today, an 80 spot, we're pretty happy to have him. And then sure, you need things to balance out. We also have Drew, which I have no problem with. That's a pretty concentrated offense.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I don't hate it at all. I mean, look, if we had the 4, what would it have been? Because you got like Giannis and then Davis went. You had who else? LeBron, Ja. We probably would have had a pick between one of LeBron, Ja, and Butler, right? Which I don't hate.
Yep. Yeah, we have, so it's in our rankings, it's Giannis, Brow, Ja, Butler, LeBron, Curry. So like it's pretty condensed after the 101. So like we would have gotten somebody decent there, but yeah. Giannis clearly the clear top 101. A little bit of a gap there.
All right. Well, I don't mind it. I think you're right that it's weird. I thought that one might be a little bit better, but it does land us in some awkward spots, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like I obviously the 101 pick was great, but then after that, it's like, man, we're like Mobley was our top projected with an ADP of like 21 or something like that. So it was like with the 12th pick, it was like, okay, so like clearly it's all so condensed at this point that it's you're not getting, you know, maybe the best picks with your at the turns after the 101. But still, I like, you know, Mobley, Holiday, I think are good 2-3 turn. Draymond and Tillman kind of interesting, and don't hate Herter as the last pick either. So I thought it went fine.
Maybe the 4 is the best spot. Hear me out, because you've got Giannis, Davis, LeBron, Butler, and Ja. I think those guys are all. If you want to include De'Aaron Fox in around that tier, I have no problem with it. But I do put those guys above them. I think like Curry, Sabonis, Fox, Mitchell are in that tier. If you had that 5, that'd be because we missed out on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 guys like Mitchell and up projected 45 and up, and then it's a decent drop off. Jaren Jackson, that makes the 10th at 44 fantasy points. Drops off 5 points in projected fantasy points after that. And we didn't get any of those guys outside of Giannis.
Right. And it's like if one of those guys falls to us with the
then it's
second
huge.
turn, then you're great. Then you're a great spot. But it's like when our top projected player is Mobley. So it's like we got Giannis with a projection of 56.
You're right.
Mobley a projection of 38. So it's what 94 projection between those two. If you have one of those middling picks, like if you get Curry and LeBron or Curry, I guess Curry and DeMatteis would be the average turn there if you're using our projections. They're at about the same, and then they're probably better on the turn. So maybe the 101 doesn't end up being the great spot unless you have one of those players above Evan Mobley falls. Like if Jalen Brunson, Jaren Jackson, one of those guys falls to us, suddenly I think the 101 is a great spot. I think that the way that draft went, it wasn't actually probably the best EV spot there.
Agreed. 3 and 4 actually look good the more I look at it and the more I think through this, because you're getting 2 of whoever you want. Like not whoever you want, but a lot of those guys that are projected almost identical.
Right.
All right. Good stuff, man. You're back here are you doing it with Eric on Friday?
I believe so. I believe it's me and Eric on Friday.
Remember, if you guys aren't on UnderDog yet, you want to get in on these drafts. The best ball for football coming up, $15 million prize pool. It's going to be massive. Can't wait for that. Cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
Link in the description and in chat. You're getting $100% deposit bonus matched up to $100. Really nice promo over at UnderDog. Great site. Whether it's Pick 'em, best ball, daily drafts, ton of different sports. They got everything. So check it out. Thanks you guys for appreciate you guys watching as always. Follow Neil at PlayerQDFS, me at Laffy_D, and shout out to Jordan Klein as always for producing this one, being on the controls for all these drafts. I know they can be annoying. So thanks, Jordan. We'll see you guys back here next time. Peace.